Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, How We Move the Decimal. In today's video, this is going to be my last video from the bins. I thought I had one or two more, but honestly the footage of it wasn't great. I had a lot of people in it, including myself and my husband. So this will be the last video. In the end of February, I went to the bins in Indiana. They have roughly 3 or 4 bins in really close proximity to each other, but we only go to one of them. We went on a Saturday and a Sunday, but I am recording on the Sunday, and they open at noon on Sundays, and this is a little before 2, because when they did the bins trade out at 2, we just went in it a little bit, and then we stopped for the day and went through our cart because we had a hard stop at 3, and I wanted to make sure to be done with the bins before they traded out again, because I knew it would be hard for me to stop myself. So this is right before the trade out. We want to get it done. I do mainly clothing. My husband does mainly hard goods. I tend not to find a lot of stuff in hard goods, and hard goods is also slightly more competitive. However, what I found with wearing my GoPro on my chest, my knockoff GoPro, it's obviously not a real one, but by wearing my knockoff on my chest, a lot of people actually left me alone. I didn't get a lot of people pushing me or taking stuff out of me, and honestly, if I would go to a bins, a lot of times they would move on to the next container, because I don't know if they just didn't like my that I could be recording them. Nobody said anything to me about recording, but they just kind of shifted away from me, which is fine. I'm okay with that. My other videos, I did talk about how there's a lot of bedding in the sheets. There's a lot of bedding in the bins this time, sheets and blankets and stuff. And honestly, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't buy those. I did buy this shirt. It is a vintage sweatshirt. It's a vintage, like Thomas Kincaid-esque print on it, and that will sell for the kitsch if nothing else. I think my husband was making fun of me and asking me if I was going to buy it to wear for myself, and honestly, if it had a cat on it, I'd be all for it. The bins were pretty full though on Sunday. I didn't think the bins were as full on Saturday opposed to Sunday. I guess the worst, I do buy this sweatshirt, but it ends up having a hole in it, so I end up keeping it for myself. In my videos where I'm going through them, you'll see I have a hole in it, and I was kind of bummed. So far at home, I've gone through 4 bags from the bins, and we've only found 2 things that we've had to redonate or throw away. So that's kind of that. Those odds are nice, and I'm feeling better about those odds and what we pulled out this time. It was getting so crowded to the point that it was difficult to put carts in the aisles because there were so many people, but I like using my cart as a shield. It's very nice to keep people away from me. I can use my cart so people aren't grabbing out of my hands. Somebody went through and donated like all of their crop tops, but they were homemade crop tops, so they were nice shirts that they'd cut the bottoms off of, and it kind of made me mad because a couple of them were like vintagey concert t-shirts or NASCAR shirts. I understand it's fashion, you do you, but it does kill the resale value. even though we'd only been here a couple hours, I was already seeing a lot of repeats coming back out. I am a sucker for vintage sheets, but I don't want to deal with them if they've had dry rot or if they have pieces missing, but I will go through them. Lots of bras, mainly Walmart brand. I've even stopped picking up higher end bras unless they are in immaculate condition. But I've had such a hard time selling. Like, I used to be able to sell bras, especially larger sizes, really easily, and now I'm having a hard time selling them even in great brands at larger sizes. So I'm pretty hesitant in that. Also, eBay pretty much has gotten rid of the ability to sell used underwear, which sounds gross anyway if you think of it that way, but I'm worried that bras will be next, and I don't want a lot of inventory caught up in bras, even though they are incredibly light. So they would be less than $1. For those of you that haven't watched my first video, it's $1.79 per pound here. There is a day once a month where they have half off that, and I have a loyalty rewards card, which gave me a discount also when I checked out. Weirdly enough, there's a lot of JCPenney brand stuff here. I don't know if JCPenney's are like more somewhere else. Pretty much all of our JCPenney's in my area have shut down. So it was odd to see a lot of JCPenney brand stuff. I also did pick up a lot of hats this time around, especially Under Armour hats. I think in total I picked up 7 hats, which is a lot. Other previous times at the bins we may get 1 hat, but there were a lot of good condition hats. Life is Good, Under Armour, Nike Golf, stuff like that. That, again, hats are very light, so I picked those up. If those pants would have been my size, I would have totally bought them. They have cats on them, and I'm slightly obsessed. I really liked those vintage striped sheets there, but I didn't end up getting them because they had dry rot on the elastic. I don't know if it's because we go to the bins so infrequently, but I always feel a sense of panic at the bins. Like, did I see everything? Did I touch everything? Did I go through everything? What's going on? I'm looking for, you see me picking up tie-dyed shirts. I'm looking for tie-dye. I'm looking for colors that are really popular right now. Even if it's not a great brand, if it's something that's incredibly popular, it will still sell. but I do have a mad sense of panic here. Like, oh my gosh, did I touch everything? Did I go to all the bins? And knowing that my time to stop is coming very quickly, I'm even more like panicked about it. But you can kind of see how big the bins are. The clothes are stacked pretty tall here, pretty high up. So with this, it's difficult. I found a Luke Bryant concert t-shirt. I think he's still popular. I don't really listen to country, but I know, come at me. But I didn't end up getting it. It was a mess. Lots of underwear, lots of used underwear and bras. The things you touch at the bins is slightly terrifying. Thank you for watching my bins journey. Please like and subscribe and have a wonderful day.